Thank you so much, and very honored to be here after both the fantastic thing from Netherlands and Denmark. So what I would like to start with is the map that everybody probably have seen. But all what we can see here is that everybody is spending a lot of money. There are like no winner in this race. There will be just more and more money, and we see that it's not by adding. Of course, we will add more money also, and Sweden are on the map here, but what we really need to do is collaborate. So what we want here and why we are here is that we want collaboration between the countries. That's the most important here. And we will give you a little bit timeline what's happening in Sweden. So 2018, and the VACT program was started. That was a massive private funded research program. So we will hear a little bit more about it later, but it's $150 million that was spent by one foundation, a private foundation that have led to a lot of the stuff we have seen later on. 2023, we was publishing the Swedish agenda. And one thing from that was that we need to collaborate within Sweden and outside. So around a year ago, QSIP was started, that we will also hear a little bit more about, that me and Camilla represent. And we are bringing together whole Sweden. What's really exciting, and we cannot tell too much about it, but in May, it was asked that Sweden should have a strategy. Our hope was that the strategy was going to release before this meeting, but we was checking the government's homepage this morning, and still nothing. However, what we see in the end, because what's really important in Sweden also is every 4th year we are putting something called the research and innovation bills that focus what will happen in the next 4 years. One idea was that the strategy was going to be released at the same time as this research and innovation bills. What we know from beginning was that it was going to be during the autumn. When we woke up this morning, we saw that it was published this morning. And so what we can see from is that quantum is one of the parts here. Sweden will focus extra on emerging technologies. The government said that this is the biggest research and innovation bills ever. Political people always want to say that this is the biggest, so there are lots of new stuff. And what's most important for, I think, the audience is here that they want also to focus on international collaboration. So that's a strong side from Sweden on the future. We want to do this together, both with the US and so on, but also other countries and within Europe. So I think that's one important. And what we really see now in Sweden, it's a time to go from the basic research that we will continue with, but also go into the innovation part and focus on all the fantastic components and so on. So Camilla will tell a little bit more about what's happening here.
So thank you very much. So I will start to talk a bit about QSIP, and I think that some of you in the room wonders what QSIP stands for, and that's Quantum Sweden Innovation Platform. And as Jon mentioned, we was founded 1 year ago. It's run as a publicly funded project, so it's money from the Innovation Agency in Sweden, together with the partners, as you can see here on the to the right. It's coordinated by a foundation called Chalmers Industriteknik that is very much linked to the Chalmers University, and where me and Jon are employed. And during the first year, the aim was to establish us as a platform, and now we just recently was approved for more funding for 1 more year. We have some new partners also joined us for the year, but during this year, the focus will be to continue the work and to even grow a more strong ecosystem in Sweden. So this is our mission that was stated from the beginning, that it should be a platform for stimulating, fostering and promoting quantum tech innovation in Sweden. And by this we would like to grow the industry in Sweden when it comes to will become a competitive and attractive industry. And it's not only focused on the industry within quantum technology, it's also focused on the industry that will use quantum technology in the future. So what QSIP will do, or our responsibilities, is to coordinate the efforts in Sweden and to grow the national commitment. We will create the Swedish ecosystem within quantum technology innovation. We will promote international interactions for collaboration, but also to increase the visibility of Sweden's quantum technology outside. We will distribute knowledge within the country and also outside, of course. And we say here the Swedish society, so it's not only within the university sector, it's out to Sweden as a society as a whole. We should coordinate with other deep tech areas or other emerging technologies. And we have an extra focus also on policy work and standardization. This is how the Swedish ecosystem looks like. All logos are not listed here, but it will give you a glance on how it looks like. So we have the universities and research institute where the basic research happens. We have the financiers with both private and public funding. We have the authorities that are very important for this area. And then we have the quantum tech companies and the user companies. And all this together grows the Swedish ecosystem. We are very proud of our SMEs or startups within this field, and this is something that you can find on our homepage, where it's very clear that the startups are very close to the university. So where the research happens, there we have also the startups within this field. Many of these companies are enabling technologies for quantum technology. But we also have some companies working, for example, quantum sensing, and in the Stockholm area there is a greater focus on communication. But if you are interested in finding out more about these companies, you can visit our homepage, because here you have the arrows next to the logos are links to the company's web pages, so that you can find out more information about them. Of course, we are not alone in Sweden working with quantum technology or trying to foster quantum technology in Sweden. As you mentioned, we have the VAC program, which is the research program. We have also initiative in different areas, such as networks and communication, or for application. It's like the Quantum Life Science Center, QTH, a focus group of researchers at KTH, the large university in Stockholm. But QSIP should be the umbrella, bringing all these together and being the entrance point to the quantum society in Sweden. We also would like to mention the VAC program, because it's a VAC program where the research within quantum technology happens in Sweden. And as Juni mentioned, it's funded from a private foundation. And the main project within this program is to build a quantum computer at the Chalmers University in Gothenburg. So in total, there's 6 universities, about 150 persons involved in this program. The funding is granted from 2018 until 2029, so we are more or less halfway. And in total, 150 million euros. And here is some information about this quantum computer that they are building at Chalmers. So they are actually building 2 computers. One that is at the moment 25 qubit computer, aiming for 100 qubits. It's operated by the Chalmers Next Labs, but it's a computer where industry can come with the problems, or the goal aim is that they can come with the problem running algorithms on it. And the aim is also that it should be very open. It should not be a black box where you just put in your problem and get the answer out. It should be very visible on what is happening. But then there is also a hardware test bed, so that companies or startups can test their components that they are building. And that one is already up and running, and there are Swedish startups using it. Just in the end, we want to highlight one of our international initiatives for next year. So we are hosting a conference, the IQT Nordics, in Gothenburg. And I leave over to you.
Yeah, and as Camilla and we said that we really want to collaborate with you, and we see that we will want to meet you. So this is a perfect place to meet us, but we will also be out in the world. This year we went to Finland, we was in Washington, on Amsterdam, and there will be more places. As right now we are planning a trip to Singapore, so we really want to meet you, and so contact us because we want to collaborate. In the end, it maybe will not be me and Camilla, but we are the whole ecosystem. We are there for you, so we will guide you to the right person, and it's happening and stuff in Sweden now, and hopefully in a few weeks or months we will also see the new quantum strategy that we can come back maybe next year and talk more about. So that we are open up for questions.